Yeah, like I'm trying to do my best to organize my thoughts on this because it's such a really unique situation where like I think people want to draw parallels to previous situations where AAA developers have pushed back against like consumer need, consumer desire in lieu of like whatever their opinion is of what they think games should be and how creative they should be and yada yada yada. And while there is room for that because it is a creative field, I also think at the same time they're also very quickly losing sight of the fact that they're making a product. Like video games are a really weird place where they're both art. I mean art's a product as well. But I think the difference is that art, when it's being sold, is being sold to people that appreciate art, right? But video games, which can also be art, aren't necessarily sold to people that appreciate art. Does that make sense? So, like, there are some of us that can appreciate the artistic points and the artistic value of a game, but at the same time, the majority of that consumer base doesn't give a shit. They don't give a shit about fucking art. Is it fun? Do guns go bang bang? Yeah. I think there is a little bit of some of these developers are upset about the fact that with all of the work, all of the money, all of the assets, the investment that goes into some of the games that they've made over the last few years, that for some odd reason, here's this game that's just absolutely trouncing over all of them in sales, popularity, everything. There's criticism that some of them are mad that there wasn't like a massive marketing budget for this game. They're upset that it just virally got popular and made this company of only maybe like 10 or 20 people like millions and millions of dollars. So it's just so obviously that's definitely a part of it too, right? There's a bit of just like pure jealousy that's in there. The amount of money, how few developers it is. And the funny thing is that like if you just I think if a lot of these developers just took a step back and looked at the games that they're making, why they're making those games, look at the audience and the relevance of the games that they're making, like, well, of course people are going to want to play an open world survival game that has Pokemon mechanics and you can shoot guns. Like, duh. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that you can say out loud and realize that players are going to connect with that and they're going to want that, or audiences or consumers or customers or whatever you're trying to reach. There are things that you know and you could just make that. But I think that there's a little bit of like your ego that's really difficult to put aside to, make that thing, right? And you kind of project what you think is cool and interesting out onto an audience, and then they get upset in return that people don't like what they made, but they don't have the level of self-awareness to realize that it's their idea, it's their interest, not necessarily what the audiences are looking for. Love your vids. Thank you, Cyber. Yeah, by the way, in case you guys are first-time watchers, I stream both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time.